Hey folks, Professor Matri here. Wanted to bring you through the 636 lab. This is the one that integrates GitHub and Jenkins together to create a CICD pipeline. So if you're ready, let's get started. Alrighty folks, so welcome to the 636 lab. The part 1 launched the dev.asc VM. I think we're good there. The VM is launched. So we're going to move on to part 2. So in part 2, we're going to create a GitHub repo to commit those sample app files that we created in a previous lab. And we should have our GitHub account here going. So why don't we create a new repo here? Also, make sure that your SSH key or your API key is in use here. If you need help with generating an SSH key and uploading it to your GitHub instance, I'll link to another video on how to do that in the description here. Okay, so new repo here. We can use this plus right here. We can do new repository. And what are we going to call this? We are going to call this, I think it's called sample app. Okay, for the description, it is going to be explore CICD with GitHub and Jenkins. Okay, we're going to make this a private repository. Make sure we click that there. And when we are done, we should be able to create repository. All right, so what we got here is some instructions here to create the new repository on the command line. So let's move on to step 2. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that I configured my global username and global user email already. You can verify that with git config list. Okay, and yes, my username and email are specified right there. If you need instructions on how to configure your global username and global email, it's under step 2 right here. All right, so under Jenkins and under the sample app directory, we're gonna have to do a git init. We're gonna initialize the repository, and we want to take this repository here, and we want to associate this with our GitHub instance. And that git remote add origin is also listed in our GitHub right here. So this git remote add origin, we should be able to copy this out. Yeah, should be able to copy out, hit paste here, and then upload. Okay, cool. So that means we tied it to a GitHub instance. We tied our Git instance with GitHub. We now need to do a git status here. And cool, so what we have here are a couple of folders and a couple of files that need to be committed. So we need to do a git add right here to start tracking. We could just add everything. Git status again. And cool, we went from red to green, so I think we're going to be good there. And then we are going to commit. So let's do a git commit. Our message here is committing sample app files. Okay, I think that should be fine. So the problem here is that our default local branch is named master, but the remote branch is named main. So we're going to have to adjust this really quick. And that's going to be a git branch. We'll do master here. We'll change it to main. We'll do a git fetch origin. Okay. Type a yes on this. And then git push will set upstream origin main. Okay. It looks like I need to add my public key. So we're going to pause right here. I'm going to generate my SSH key and add it to my GitHub repo. So hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, let's try this again. My key has been updated and pushed to GitHub. So set upstream origin main. And cool, we are in business there. One other thing to do is to do a git remote set head origin. Okay, and we can verify all this now with git log. Cool, so here we are. This is the time and date here. Committing sample app files, that was our message. The whole entire hash here, the commit hash, CFC5. Let's double check the commit ID on there. That would be out over here. If we were to do a refresh, hopefully, yes, we have all the files here. And here's the commit ID, CFC5C7F. Yep, that matches up with our log right here. So good, we are synced up now. So part 3, let's modify the sample app and push our changes to Git. And the first file we're going to look at is the Python script. That Python script is out over here. Okay, so this, it will be under the Jenkins sample app directory. Don't be like me, I changed the wrong one. Okay, look for 8080, change it to 5050. Okay, save. Okay, sample app here. Let's look for 8080 and 5050 and save it really quick. And now we should be able to start this up here. There it is, expose 5050. Cool, here it is. This is what we want to see. Quad 0 over port 5050. Okay, how do we know that that is up? We can curl HTTP. We should be able to copy this out right here. Copy and then paste. Yes, so we have the HTML that's returned, and I think we're good. All right, so shut down the server. Shut down the server when you've verified it's operating on port 5050 and return to the window where the server is running. So I think that means we can do a Docker stop sample running. I think we'll be good there. And just for good measure, why don't we do a Docker RM sample running? So we'll remove it from those processes there too. All right, so now that we have edited the correct files this time, we should have git status that's right out over here. Yeah, we have looks like a temp directory out here, and sample app was modified, both the Python script and the bash script. So that means we need to add git add all, and we need to git commit with a message here that says changed from changed port from 8080 to 5050. Okay, cool. We're committed now, and we should be able to do git push origin main now. Okay, looks like it was uploaded there. Why don't we verify real quick? Okay, hit refresh here. Yes, there we go. Change port from 8080 to 5050. I think we're doing good here. It's a good job. All right, so now this is part number 4. We are going to download and run the Jenkins Docker image. Okay, so cool. Why don't we, let's see. Yeah, we can do a Docker pull here. And let's see. Should we? Yeah, why not? Why don't we run it in our terminal here? Just so we have it all in one place. We're going to do a Docker pull. Jenkins LTS. So this is going to pull that image from the Docker repository. And we're going to pull this local. Okay, cool. So we downloaded the image, and then we're going to start the Jenkins container here. So we're going to do a Docker run. We'll do the --rm, and that's going to automatically remove the Docker container when you stop running it. So remember how on our sample app we were doing a Docker stop and then a Docker rm like as 2 different commands there. What this will do is it'll combine it all into one. So as soon as you hit stop, it'll automatically do a remove on that too. Okay, we're going to log in with root. The port is going to be 8080. We're going to do a volume here for Jenkins data. Var Jenkins home. Another volume here, which Docker. User bin Docker, another volume here, var run docker .sock. That's going to be var run docker sock, and another volume. Okay, this is going to be home. Okay, and it's home. The name is going to be Jenkins server. Right, that's the name that's going to show up when we do a Docker PSA. And the image is Jenkins LTS. And if we type this all in right, we should see this run. And don't worry, I'll also post a link for that whole entire command as well. Okay, cool. This is the temporary admin password here. So we're going to need to copy this out. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's say copy, and then let's see, where am I going to put this? Because I don't want to put this password directly in this folder, the Jenkins sample app, because I'll be pushing my direct password to this GitHub repo. I feel a little funny about that, so I think I am going to maybe come out here, like devnet source, like under here. Oh, nope, not under there. Okay, fold that up. Okay, maybe I'll put it under security. New file. This is going to be temp password dot text, and this is for the okay. Save that. Okay, perform the updates. Jenkins fully up and running. I think we're going to be good here. So part 5 here, we're going to complete the initial config of the Jenkins server. So we should be able to go to a web browser here, to Chromium web browser. All right, cool. So this should be at localhost 8080. Okay, cool. Administrator password is going to be out here. And let's see, never. Install the recommended Jenkins plugins. So install suggested plugins, and we'll sit here and wait a little bit because we got some plugins. All right, I know the lab here says skip creating a new admin user. I would suggest creating an admin user here. So admin. All right, so now we can save and finish. Step 5 here is start using Jenkins. Okay, excellent here. So step 6, you might have to add github.com to your Jenkins known host. So we can do this then. How about we start another terminal, another bash terminal. Okay, and we'll do docker exec it Jenkins server. And that's going to be a bin bash. So we're going to do that. Okay, cool. We are inside of our Jenkins container right now. So we should be able to do git ls remote -h. And you remember the your GitHub info? You should be able to get that from here. Okay, paste, and we'll set this as head here. So cool. If we see a ed 25519, then just type yes here. Okay. And it'll say permission denied, could not read. That is okay, because what we need to do is get GitHub into the known host of the Jenkins container. Okay, so we should have it in here now, added just by this one whole process here. Okay, you should be able to exit out of that and exit out of this here. That should be fine. Part 6. Use Jenkins to run a build of your app. The fundamental unit of Jenkins is the job. It's also known as a project over there. And we can create jobs that do a variety of tasks, including retrieving code from a repo like GitHub. Okay, being able to pull that down. Build an application using a script or build tool, and package an application and run it on a server and do our testing. So in this part, we're going to create a simple Jenkins job that retrieves the latest version of our sample app from GitHub. So it's going to pull it down. It's going to run the build script, and then we're going to also test it as well. Okay. So step 1 here is create a new job. So we're going to come out over here, create a new job called build app job. It is a freestyle project, and we're going to hit OK. All right, so we're now in the configuration of our job. So here's the breadcrumbs. We've got dashboard, we got build app job, and we got configuration. For our description here, we'll say my first Jenkins job. Okay. Cool. So under source code management, we're going to choose the Get Radio button. So click this right here. Click Get. The repository URL. That's going to be from here. Okay. So that was hitting code here. Click in on SSH, copy to the clipboard. And we should be able to paste into here. Okay, we are going to see this because we don't have our key installed yet. Okay, no problem. We're going to do that right now. Okay, for credentials, we're going to come out to new terminal here, new bash. This should be under tilde.ssh. Okay, so the private key is under ID RSA. So cat ID RSA. Okay, and we're going to copy all the way from the end there, all the way up to here. Okay, going to copy that. Come out here to our credentials here. Okay. Add credentials. Okay, this is going to be the kind is going to be SSH username with the private key. Okay, and let's see, ID description. Fill in your GitHub username. For me, it's this. Okay, and we're going to enter our private key directly. So let's click add. Look at there and paste. And click add when we're done. Pop open credentials here, and we should have a set of credentials that are available. Okay, cool. So what I had to do was repaste in my key, and once I did, that error message went away there. All right, and let's see, after we've entered that, at the top of the build app job, at the top of the build app job, there should be a tab over here for clicking build. Okay, the build there, add build step. We're gonna click here and we are gonna choose execute shell. Okay, so execute shell, remember the bash command that we entered last time? It was bash sample app.sh, and we can save and return to the Jenkins dashboard with the build app job selected. So step 3 here is have Jenkins build the job here. Okay, so we can see it from the dashboard here. So this build app job, we should be able to run this. So build scheduled. Here's the build executor status, and here is instance number 1. Okay, cool. Okay, if we were to refresh this, hey, look at this. Last success is right here. We can click on this number 1. And we can look at the console output. And check this out. This has everything that looks like we built the sample app. It's running at 50/50, and we also have the Jenkins container running at 80/80. So open another web browser tab. Let's just make sure that localhost 50/50 is running. Yes, and 50/50 is running. So part 7. Let's use Jenkins to test a build. Okay. So in this part, we're going to create a second job that tests the build to ensure that it's working correctly. So we're going to have to stop. Going to have to stop the sample running. You don't have to be in the directory, but I just like to, just in case. So that's docker stop sample running. And docker rm. So start a new job for testing our sample app. Return to the Jenkins browser tab, click the Jenkins link on the top left. I think it's easy enough to just hit dashboard here. Okay, so hit dashboard. We're going to do a new item. We're going to call it test app job. Another freestyle project. We're going to do OK. My first Jenkins test will be the description right here. Okay, leave source code management set to none because we already pulled the GitHub repo in the build app job. Okay, click the build triggers here. So build triggers here. Build after other projects are built. We're going to select this right here. Projects to watch, and that's going to be build app job. We are going to write a test here. So click the build, add a build step. We are going to execute shell. Well, let's write this. If curl 50-50, okay, and we are going to pipe this to grep, and we're going to look for the text here. You are calling me from 172.17.0.1. Okay, then exit 0. Else exit 1. And FI, we'll finish that up there. So we're going to click save. Okay, and go back to the dashboard here. Now we should see our two jobs listed here, our build app job and our test app job. So since remember we configured on our test app job to watch for the build app job to complete, hopefully both of these jobs should run. Okay, for build app job, how about we schedule a build for this? Okay, test app job running. Okay, cool. Refresh here. Yes. Both jobs completed. So our second job, the build app job, completed. First test app job, looks like that completed successfully. Okay, click the link for the test app job that's right out over here. We should be able to look at the console output there. Let's see. Are there permalinks here? Yeah, here's the last build. We should be able to look at the console output that's right here. And congratulations, we have a finished success here. Okay, so notice we look for specific criteria to represent this was a successful test. All right, part 8. So although you can currently run your two jobs simply by clicking the build now button, software development projects are typically more complex, and these projects can benefit greatly from automating builds for continuous integration of code and continuously creating dev builds that are ready to deploy. And this is the essence of CICD. So let's create a pipeline job here. If we come out to here, why don't we do a new item? And we're going to call this sample pipeline. Okay. And this time we are going to select pipeline as the type of project here. After you select that, click on OK. Okay, for the sample pipeline job, we are going to trigger it manually. So in the pipeline section here, we need a script. Okay, if we do that, paste, well, looks like, wow, this is, indentation is totally off. So come on out over here. That was stage, catch There's one more there, and these are indented, block scoped under the catch error. Stage build, and where build app job is right there. And then stage results, and it's scoped under build test app job. I think it should work. We'll know if it works very quickly or not. I think I probably need one more of those there. So what this script does is in the preparation stage, it will look for the error for success and then stop the sample running and remove it from Docker there. It's build app job and then test app job. That's right out over here. Click save. Okay. And come out to your dashboard. There's our sample pipeline. And we'll see this go. Okay, there's the build app. There's the test app. All right, so a screenshot like this should finish out number 8 here. So congratulations, you have finished the build a CICD pipeline using Jenkins.